All right, so we're here for strategy of the week. And Kirby, I've got two pretty cool, unique ideas. They're both completely different.
Right.
How many do you got today that we're going to go through?
I just got one that we're going to look at.
Okay. All right. Can I go first?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, first one is it's actually from American Eagle, and I think Aerie is their sister brand. Do you know? Is that how you pronounce it?
I think so. Yeah,
Hey. Okay.
that would be the way I'd do it.
Okay. So this one, I got to give credit to my wife. She leaned over the weekend and was like, this experience is amazing. I love it. And that's why we're looking at undies right now. So the experience that I thought was really smart is their bundle. So they have, as you can see on the screen, they have a unique call to action on collection pages. And I don't think it's just undies. That's the only place I can find it right now. But think about like activewear or tops, bottoms, things of that nature. But essentially what you can do is you can go through and just click bundle, and you'll see the little green check mark that it adds. So at this point, you're not really doing anything else. So think about size selection or color selection. You're not doing anything. So you add the items to the bundle, and you'll see once you add one item to your bundle, there's a call to action on the bottom of the screen that shows up next to the chat. And now if you click on that, you'll see all of the options are in the cart that you then select the size to. So there's a couple things that I really like about this is one, the bundle hover button is not persistent across the site. So what we've seen over the last couple of years where you just drop these apps in, you install an app and all of a sudden you have like 4 icons. You have a chat icon, a loyalty icon, a discount icon, and whatever else you might have. And on a phone, you're trying to click add to cart and navigate around all these buttons that are just hovering everywhere. So that's one I thought was really smart way of doing this. The second one is the size selection in the cart. So you aren't forcing the user to go through, select a size. At this point, you're just saying, I like that product. I may want to buy it. Let me just get it into a mini cart or what we've used in the past, like a wish list. So that was pretty cool. And then they also have it on the product pages where you can just add the entire bundle to the cart. So think about like a shirt, a pair of pants, and maybe, I don't know, shoes or something like that. Probably not a normal bundle, but you just click add all to cart. It adds all the items to the cart, and then the user goes through and selects the size after it's already in the cart. So I think part of that is the psychology of you're moving them along the way a little bit. So just one step down the process, down the funnel, without forcing them to go through the size selection process. So that's my first one. What do you think?
Yeah, that's great. I just kind of going through it here. I noticed that if you add a couple to your like bundle cart, you can select the size, and then it gives you the option to apply that size to all of the products in your cart. So that's just another like little layer of like user experience that I think is really solid for that feature.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I imagine it's not simple to implement, but likely potential, if it does work, a pretty big increase on revenue per visitor, average order value. So that was my first one. The second one actually comes from a customer of ours at Elevar. So this is UMZU. And so recently bought something. They sell nutritional supplements, etc. Really amazing story. Their marketing is top notch, super heavy in video, super heavy YouTube video, teaching, educating all about nutrition, supplements, health, etc. So this email that you see on the screen, I got this 3 or 4 days after my first purchase or first subscription purchase sign up. And what I liked about this, there's actually a lot that I liked about it. Number one is striking while the iron is hot. So I signed up immediately. This happens with most brands. You get bombarded with 100 emails, and at some point it just becomes noise until you subconsciously or consciously decide like, okay, I'm in the market for whatever that brand's selling. So they were striking while the iron's hot, whether this was just ironic or they really did have this product drop 3 or 4 days after my first purchase. So that was the first thing I really liked. The second thing is the copywriting. I know copywriting is something that you talk a lot about with many of our customers, and I think that's going to be a big a big optimization push in 2020, 2022 and beyond. But so the copywriting is great here. So it's as much as you hate to do it, but even starting with a subject line, yes, everyone knows you need to eat fruit to be healthy, and everyone wants to be healthy and wants to eat fruit and vegetables, but nobody does it. So really, really catchy subject line, which I loved. And then this is also just another classic copywriting technique. They're not selling the benefits right away. They're trying to connect to me. They're stretching the gap, so to speak, of do these obstacles sound familiar? Buying fresh organic fruit's a pain in the butt and expensive, and the other reasons they list. So they're already connecting me and like, yes, I can identify with this problem or with these problems, and then getting into announcing the product, in this case, the fruits and roots nutrient powder. So I thought that was something I really liked, or that was something that was just really smart and just well done. And then we get down to the actual call to action. So they're prompting me to sign up for a wait list to be notified when it's ready. And this is also another, you can, whether it's real or it's the dark marketing, so to speak, but we only have 4,365 bags of fruit and roots in the first special promotion run. I'll be honest with you, I saw that and I was like, oh shit, like I gotta sign up. Like this sounds like me. I love fruit, but I don't have the time. It's too expensive. I thought that was really, really well done. And we've seen this work on product pages. So just being truthful on if an item's going to sell out, or the quantity, like how many are remaining, or think about like hotels.com, things of that nature that show how many rooms are remaining or how many people are looking at it, etc. So this was also, and hiding this in the PS. The PS is proven to always be a winner, or majority of the time be a winner. People read the PS. So that was another one. So this was idea number 2, all email, nothing on a website, largely copywriting. What do you think?
That's good. Yeah. I guess my question is, did you sign up? Did they get you to sign up for it?
No, I did not. I did not, because I won't go into the reasons why, but no, I did not. I thought about it enough to at least share and bring on here.
Fair enough. Cool.
All right. Yeah, so those are my 2 ideas. Any last thoughts on this one or the bundle?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, for kind of how they lead in with the obstacles, that's something that we've tested on site a handful of times, and it's done really well. So that was something that stood out in that email for me.
Yeah. Cool. All right. What do you got? Let's hear your idea.
Yeah. So I have a couple examples here. So the first one is same sort of kind of tactic here, but something that we've started to see a little more frequently that I think could be really impactful is kind of like a virtual shopping, or like a kind of live assistant shopping for different sites, especially for ones that are products that are like sized or have variants that are maybe a little bit tougher to know how they're going to fit or how they're going to feel without having them in hand. So that's the example that I have here. First one is Outdoor Voices. You can see they have this like video chat with our shop team. So you can ask about product fit, fabric, sizing, recommendations, things like that, with like an actual person. So I think that's a really interesting layer beyond just kind of the traditional like product recommendation quiz, or you see size guides, things like that. I think this just gives that additional layer of personality to the call to action there. So
yeah, I love that.
Mm-hmm. And then second one here, so same sort of concept, but they have like Fairity, I think is how you say it. Yeah. They have same sort of thing, like a virtual styling help. So you can kind of see the product, on a model, like in movement, and also get some styling help if it's of interest. So
yeah, Aerie is customer of ours. Love that feature is amazing. Mm-hmm. I think they're likely, at least in our world, one of the first ones that we saw do that.
Yeah. Cool. Any thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I have a couple. Is it like legit live? So let's use the Outdoor Voices example. Mm-hmm. So real legit, if you prompt it, are you actually getting a video call with someone live in person, whether they're at home on their couch or in the office or anywhere in between?
Yeah, so it looks like they have specific times that they have staff online, but during
Okay.
those times, probably, like typical standard business hours,
Yeah.
during those times you do get like a real live person. So it's not just a virtual chat. It's actually a person that
Yeah.
seems to be trained in, styling and fit and things like that for the brand, that
Yeah.
can provide some assistance. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And what are your thoughts on the cost? So you would, it's probably a safe assumption interaction with that is likely to increase conversion rate because someone can guide you down and basically tell you potentially what you need to know or want to hear. But I would want to dig into the cost. Like, what's the additional cost, and how does that outweigh the net profit increase?
Yeah, so that's something else that I was kind of thinking of is, if there's a way to have an understanding of for users that interact with that and then end up purchasing, what's the return rate? Like, is there a reduction in, product return rate?
Yeah,
Because
that's a good
there's
point.
some of those, there's some of those other factors that wouldn't necessarily be metrics on site that could really drive value for a feature like that. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I love it.
yeah,
Anything else?
that's all I got. Yeah.
All right. So that's this week's strategy of the week. 3 ideas. We have in-home consultation, so to speak, over video chat on screen. We have an amazing post-purchase flow of upselling or even pre-selling a new product. So you can pre-sell before potentially going to mass production, and just showing how copywriting can do amazing things with that. And then the unique bundle option. So that's 3 ideas. Till next time. I think that's it.
Yep.
See ya.
See it.